Ever wonder what makes a lemon so sour? Or why soap feels so, slippery? Well, these things we use every day are actually holding on to some pretty amazing chemical secrets. And today we're going to uncover them, starting with a little trick that honestly looks like pure magic.
So, picture this, a big, bustling science fair. Two curious siblings are wandering around, and they happen to stumble upon this mysterious stall, one that seems to blur the line between science and, well, a straight-up illusion.
They each get handed what looks like a totally normal, totally blank sheet of paper. But this isn't just any paper. Nope. It's holding a secret message, just waiting for the right moment to show itself.
Then a volunteer comes over and sprays this clear, odorless liquid all over their papers. And just like that, like invisible ink, words just appear out of nowhere. Welcome to the wonderful world of science. Whoa, so how on earth did that just happen? Was that a magic trick or something else going on here?
Well, as they were about to find out, the answer wasn't magic at all. It was science, and it all has to do with the secret of color and how certain substances can have some really surprising reactions with each other.
Their curiosity took them right to the next stall, which was called the colorful world of substances. And it was here they found the key idea. So many everyday things have these hidden chemical properties. And you know what? With the right tools, we can all become detectives and uncover them for ourselves.
To solve a mystery like this one, you need a special tool, a kind of chemical detective, you could say, that can reveal the true nature of all these different substances.
Okay, so these tools are called acid-base indicators. You can kind of think of them as chemical chameleons. They literally change their color to tell you the secret identity of other substances they touch. They're like these tiny undercover agents that send us a signal about what they've found. And one of the most common and most reliable of these detectives is something called litmus. It usually comes as these really simple paper strips, one red and one blue. And these little strips, they're going to be the key to our entire investigation.
So we've got our chemical detective in hand, it's time to do some actual science. Let's put these litmus strips to the test with some things you probably have sitting around your own home right now.
All right, here is our lineup of suspects. We've got some tart lemon juice, a slippery soap solution, sharp vinegar, baking soda solution, and even just plain old tap water and sugar water. Each one of these has a chemical secret. Let's see if our litmus detective can figure them all out.
So the process is super simple. For each substance, you just put one little drop on a red litmus strip and another drop on a blue litmus strip. And now, all you have to do is watch. Just watch closely for any kind of reaction. And almost right away, a really clear pattern starts to show up. Some of the substances turned the blue litmus paper red. Then another group did the exact opposite. They turned the red litmus paper blue. And then there was a third group that did, well, absolutely nothing at all. These three different reactions, they're the key to everything.
Now, these different reactions aren't just random. They actually have names. This is how scientists classified pretty much every substance you can think of. So, you ready? It's time to solve the mystery.
Okay, here's the code. If a substance turns blue litmus red, it's an acid. That totally explains that sharp, sour taste of things like lemon juice and vinegar, right? Now, if it turns red litmus blue, it's a base. That's what gives things like soap or baking soda that kind of bitter taste and slippery feel.
So, what about the substances that did nothing? We call those neutral. They're not acidic and they're not basic. They're right in the middle. Things like plain tap water or a simple sugar solution fall right into this category. So, from one simple piece of paper, we've unlocked this fundamental way to understand the chemical world that's all around us. It's like there's a laboratory hidden in plain sight, just in nature. Let's do a quick recap of what we found on our little adventure.
So here's the whole thing in a nutshell. All substances can be sorted into one of three groups: acidic, basic, or neutral. We use special tools called acid-base indicators to figure out which is which, and they tell us by changing color. The two big rules to remember are acids turn blue litmus red, and bases turn red litmus blue. And what's super cool is that litmus isn't the only indicator out there. Nature makes its own, like turmeric or even red rose extract.
And that brings us to a final little challenge for you. We just learned that a red rose indicator turns green when it touches a basic solution. So, if you were to test some unknown liquid and it suddenly turned green, what have you just discovered about that substance? See, the answer's right there in the color. It just goes to show you, science isn't just stuck in a lab, it's literally everywhere, just waiting to be revealed.